Hello guys, welcome back to our anime explainer. Guys, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Today is explanation of upcoming episode of Renegade Immortal based on novel. So let's start. A chuckle came from a very elegant palace in the imperial city of Sky Demon City. Could it be that this little fellow wants to challenge Mo Lehigh to battle with him before the Demon General competition begins and wishes to use the military merit he earned while fighting against the Fire Demon country, so I can't refuse him. This brat is interesting, I'll allow it. Another old voice appeared in the palace. This Demon Emperor, if the two of them set a precedent, I'm afraid the other Demon Generals will. If anyone else has 10,000 military merit points, then I'll allow them to do it too. Yes. Shortly after, an old man walked out from the palace holding a scroll. He shook his head slightly and then quickly left. The day of the Demon General competition grew closer and closer. The entire Sky Demon City was surrounded by an oppressive atmosphere, and there were countless battles every day. Wang Lin was sitting on the side of the river as he put down the wine jug, looked at the sky, and muttered to himself, "This is a game. A game in the Demon Emperor's eyes." In the Demon Emperor's view, the foreigners are killing each other with the goal of helping the Demon Generals to obtain a higher position. This is the best kind of game. Wang Lin took a drink. His eyes were filled with clarity. He pondered for a bit before standing up and gradually walking away. It was already the 7th day, so there were still 8 days until the Demon General competition. It was now dusk, and because of the oppressive aura around Sky Demon City, there were fewer and fewer pedestrians. A young man wearing a green robe was slowly walking toward the Mo Mansion from 1,000 feet away. This person carried a large sword behind his back, and his expression was extremely calm as he walked toward the Mo Mansion. As he closed in, a faint amount of celestial spiritual energy slowly spread out. At the same time, an oppressive aura surrounded the entire Mo Mansion. Inside the Mo Mansion, Mo Lehigh was cultivating inside his secret chamber. There were 17 hand-sized puppets, releasing demonic light, and floating around his body. Bursts of demonic spiritual energy spread out from Mo Lehigh. This demonic spiritual energy was connecting with the 17 puppets, and creating a perfect cycle. At this moment, Mo Lehigh suddenly opened his eyes. His gaze was like lightning and seemed to be able to penetrate the secret chamber, to see the man outside the Mo Mansion. The man released a sound of surprise and revealed a faint smile. He didn't stop as he arrived before the Mo Mansion. He didn't seem to use any spells, but the gate to the Mo Mansion was reduced pieces and was blown back. While the debris was blowing back, 2 miserable groans were heard. A large amount of blood mist gushed out from 2 guards as they were thrown into the depths of the mansion. Dao Lu Sword Sect's 12th sword, Mo Yang, wishes to greet Lord Mo Lehigh. A calm voice came out from his mouth. He didn't stop as he walked into the Mo Mansion and made his way toward the secret chamber where Mo Lehigh was in closed-door cultivation. Countless soldiers and Mo Lehigh's subordinates all rushed over. However, anyone who got within 10 feet of this person would silently shatter into a bloody mist. Along the way, there were many sounds of explosions, and no one could stop him. Even some of the buildings and fake mountains were destroyed, just like the gate was. Just at this moment, a short figure appeared before him. The moment this figure appeared, all of the demonic spiritual energy in his body spread out to resist this man from the Da Lu Sword Sect. The man from the Da Lu Sword Sect slightly shook his head and continued to walk forward without stopping. The short person's face paled. He had a feeling he wasn't facing a person, but a sword. A sword that had already revealed its sharpness. The short person involuntarily stepped back. When he retreated several feet, a hand pushed up against his back. At this moment, the short person let out a deep breath of relief. 3 people had appeared behind him. The three of them were all white-haired old men. They stood there and coldly looked at the man from the Da Lu sword sect. The man from the Da Lu sword sect's gaze landed on the three old men, then he faintly smiled and continued to walk forward. The three old men revealed serious expressions, and were about to use their spells when a low voice suddenly appeared from behind them. "Who sent you?" This voice was filled with majesty. The three elders immediately and respectfully moved out of the way, revealing Mo Lihai's imposing figure. When Mo Lihai looked at the young man from the Da Lu sword sect, his eyes were as bright as burning flames. This aura right now was even more imposing than when he faced Wang Lin in ancient Demon City. The man from the Da Lu sword sect's eyes lit up as he stopped and said, "Demon General Mo Fei." Mo Lihai frowned and shouted, "What is it?" "I am here to deliver a challenge letter for General Mo Lihai from Lord Mo Fei." The young man calmly waved his hand and an array of golden light shot out before stopping before Mo Lihai. Mo Lihai's expression was gloomy as he looked at the golden token before him. There was only one word on it: battle. 3 days from now, outside the ancient path hall. After the man from the Da Lu sword sect finished speaking, he turned around and left. But just as he turned around, his entire body stiffened and he released a powerful aura. This aura was extremely powerful, far more powerful than the one he emitted when he entered the Mo mansion. His eyes glowed brightly as he looked at a slender figure that had appeared 1,000 feet before him and said, "Purple Division's 7th disciple, Wang Lin." Mo Lihai only noticed Wang Lin's appearance now, and this made him relax a bit. Wang Lin didn't even look at the person and continued to walk forward. However, in the view of the man from the Da Lu sword sect, there was a hint of anger. The man from the Da Lu sword sect coldly said, "Rumor has it that the 7th disciple of the Purple Division is extremely arrogant. Seeing you today, it looks like the rumors are true." Wang Lin walked toward the person, as if he hadn't heard him at all. The man from the Da Lu sword sect's aura surged out, and locked onto Wang Lin like an unsheathed sword. Just at the moment his aura reached its peak, Wang Lin passed him by without even pausing. The man from the Da Lu sword sect was startled, but he immediately became even more angry. He turned around to look at Wang Lin, who was walking away, and shouted, "Wang Lin, did you hear me?" Wang Lin continued to walk toward his living quarters. The eyes of the man from the Da Lu sword sect turned cold. As one of the 12 swords of the Da Lu sword sect, his status was the same as the 7 heavenly disciples, very famous. However, he was being completely ignored by this person. The man let out a cold short, as he disappeared, before reappearing in front of Wang Lin, and coldly saying, "Wang." Without waiting for him to finish, Wang Lin raised his head and said, "For a cultivator to be so easily angered, your 1,000 years of cultivation is a big disappointment." If it was someone from the All-Seers generation, the man would have humbly accepted it, but hearing it from Wang Lin was extremely irritating. He laughed in anger, but his eyes became even colder and he said, "I want to see what you managed to achieve in your 1,000 years of cultivation." Wang Lin shook his head and calmly said, "Move out of the way." The man from the Da Lu sword sect laughed, as his hand formed a seal, and an array of sword energy condensed before him. It split from 1 into 2, 2 into 4, and continued until there were 64 rays of sword energy, and they all flew toward Wang Lin. Wang Lin's expression was calm, and he didn't even look at the 64 rays of sword energy. The sword energy fell on Wang Lin, but at this moment, there was a flash of the life seals. The sword energy rays collided with the life seals and all disappeared. "Is that all the power you have? It looks like your 1,000 years of cultivation are not only a disappointment, but also a complete waste." Wang Lin shook his head. The man from the Da Lu sword sect's expression changed greatly, and his face was filled with disbelief. Although those 64 rays of sword energy weren't his strongest move, it was not a weak spell. Upon seeing Wang Lin so easily withstand it, his heart shook greatly. What spell is that? This person didn't use any treasures, but when my sword energy closed in on his body, it collapsed. Even the dragon sword of the 12 swords can't do this. As Wang Lin shook his head, he continued to walk forward. The man from the Da Lu sword sect subconsciously took a few steps back, then he took a deep breath and placed his hand on the large sword. Wang Lin frowned, then he coldly looked at the person and said, "Scram. Today you came to deliver the challenge letter, so I won't kill you. You are merely at the peak of the late stage of soul transformation, the same cultivation level as me. Even if your spell is powerful, there is no way for you to withstand this sword." The man from the Da Lu sword sect's eyes became serious. He no longer wasted any more words, as he moved his right hand and the treasured sword behind his back flew out. Rumble, rumble, rumble. It was as if a bolt of lightning had flown across the sky as a giant, purple sword suddenly appeared above this person. This sword gave off a powerful sword energy, and the moment it appeared, it surrounded the area in a powerful sword intent. There was a mysterious symbol engraved on the sword. The illusion of a giant, purple ram appeared from the symbol and released a violent aura. It fused with the sword and caused the sword intent of the sword to become even stronger. Final ram sword slash. As the man shouted, the celestial spiritual energy inside his body surged out. He immediately slashed down with his right hand, and at the same time, the large sword in the air moved. It crashed down upon Wang Lin with an unimaginable amount of sword energy. Mo Lihai's expression changed, and he immediately began to back up. The people behind him also backed up, and in the blink of an eye, they had backed away more than a few thousand feet. The giant sword descended like a bolt of lightning, and thunderous roars accompanied its descent. Wang Lin's expression was still neutral. Although this giant sword had power and was especially powerful with the ram soul fused into it, this man before him didn't have the ability to use the full power of the ram soul. A waste of a good sword. As Wang Lin said that, he lifted his right hand. To the man from the Da Lu sword sect's extreme shock, Wang Lin grabbed the sword. At the moment he grabbed the sword, the life seals around his hand flashed like crazy, and more than 1,000 life seals covered his hand. Roars came out from the giant sword, and the ram soul inside the sword struggled like crazy in its attempt to break free from Wang Lin. However, Wang Lin's right hand was like the palm of an ancient god, so no matter how hard it struggled, it wouldn't move Wang Lin's hand a single inch. The evil ram soul in the giant sword let out a monstrous roar. Its eyes were currently filled with an unyielding gaze, and like a primordial beast, it opened its mouth and tried to devour Wang Lin. Although it was just a sword spirit and therefore an illusion, everyone nearby felt like they could smell the fishy breath of the ram as it tried to devour Wang Lin. Evil animal, you dare! Wang Lin's eyes narrowed and a flash of red appeared in them. Then the slaughter intent shot out from his eyes and directly entered the ram soul. The ram soul let out a miserable cry as its body was destroyed by the slaughter intent. The specks of life from the collapsed ram quickly returned to the giant sword, and at this moment, the sword stopped struggling. What Wang Lin did just now was almost exactly the same as when the All-Seer was able to make the god-slaying war chariot collapse with just the point of his finger. Mo Lihai couldn't help but suck in a breath of cold air when he saw all of this. He couldn't help but reveal a complex expression while looking at Wang Lin. He was able to become so strong in just 3 months. Even the vice commander-in-chief isn't his match, and he is able to subdue such a powerful sword spirit. If he had a spell this strong 3 months ago, I would have lost without a doubt. The Da Lu sword sect's Mo Yang's body trembled and he coughed out a mouthful of blood. This life treasure sword being taken by someone else caused his soul to be damaged. He would have never thought that this Wang Lin would be this strong, or else, no matter what, he wouldn't have come here by himself. He clenched his teeth, Then his right hand pointed at his forehead, he took a deep breath, and revealed a determined look. His final ace was a strand of sword energy that his master gifted him. There was a total of 12 rays of this sword energy, and each of the 12 swords was given one. This was the ultimate life-saving treasure, so it couldn't be carelessly used, or else the remaining 400+ years in this demon spirit land would be extremely hard. But if he didn't use it now, he might not be able to leave. As Wang Lin looked at Mo Yang, his eyes lit up and he slowly said, "You can leave." Mo Yang was startled. "I don't have any grudge against the Da Lu sword sect. If it wasn't for you repeatedly forcing me, I wouldn't have attacked. Send out a message to the 12 swords. I don't want to make you guys my enemies in the demon spirit land." As Wang Lin spoke, he threw the sword in his hand at Mo Yang. He then walked past Mo Yang and continued toward his room. His figure leaving caused Mo Yang to be completely startled. Just now he was forced into a situation where he was about to use his life-saving treasure, but what Wang Lin said just now made him feel disbelief. He took a deep breath, picked up the giant sword, and after checking it with his divine sense to make sure nothing was wrong, he looked at Wang Lin, who was walking away with bewilderment. "I'll definitely relay your message." Mo Yang moved and quickly flew away from the Mo mansion. His speed slowed down 10,000 feet from the Mo mansion, but his divine sense was still on guard. After a while, when he saw that Wang Lin still hadn't attacked him, it seemed like Wang Lin was really going to let him go. "Wang Lin, I'll definitely pay you back 100-fold for the disgrace I suffered today. Although your spell is powerful, next time I'll be back with several of my senior apprentice brothers to attack at once. I want to see if you can still be so calm. HMPH, if it wasn't for Senior Greed going to the Fire Demon country, he would have only needed one move to kill you." Mo Yang's eyes revealed a hint of killing intent, then he coldly looked at the Mo mansion before quickly leaving. He flew extremely fast. The farther he was away from the Mo mansion, the more relaxed he became. He recalled the battle earlier and couldn't help but feel fear. This Wang Lin is extremely strong. However, if I use the sword energy Master gave me, he won't be able to resist. Mo Yang revealed a cold smile. However, just at this moment, strands of grey gas silently came out from the big sword on his back. They were like snakes and were aimed directly at Mo Yang's head. A powerful sense of crisis enveloped his body, but the strands of grey gas drilled into his skull at lightning speed before he could do anything. The grey gas's speed was too quick, and it was too close. At almost the moment Mo Yang noticed the danger, he let out a miserable scream. His body began to fall from the sky and his body began to wither. His body quickly withered and his miserable screams echoed in the sky. His origin soul wasn't able to escape at all. The moment the grey gas entered his body, it formed a seal that cut off his origin soul from his body. At the same time, the grey gas quickly absorbed his flesh, blood, and celestial spiritual energy, making its seal even stronger. At the moment he landed, Mo Yang's eyes opened and he turned into a mummy. The last thought in his mind was about the giant sword. He had already checked it. How could there have been grey gas hidden within it? The space distorted before his body, and Wang Lin walked out. He pointed at several points on Mo Yang's body before grabbing the body, taking a step, and disappearing. Wang Lin appeared from the void in his residence in the Mo mansion. He released his right hand and Mo Yang's body landed on the ground. Wang Lin's eyes were serious as he slapped his bag of holding, then the restriction flag flew out, turned into black mist, and surrounded the room. Countless restrictions flashed within the black mist. After doing all of this, he took a deep breath, and sat down in the lotus position. He cultivated for a bit before suddenly opening his eyes, and his gaze fell on Mo Yang's body. After carefully examining the body, his gaze fell on Mo Yang's brow. He revealed an uncertain expression. It was impossible to tell what he was thinking. After pondering for a bit, his hand formed a seal and he began to chant. Soon, a ghostly fire appeared in his hand. His hand continued to change, creating many after-images. Then he pointed at the body and softly said, "Refine." The ghostly flame floated toward Mo Yang's body, and immediately spread out to surround the corpse. There was a series of cracking and popping sounds as Mo Yang's body melted at a visible rate. His body was already a mummy, because his essence had already been sucked dry by the grey gas. Now that it was burning, a strange smell filled the room. However, Wang Lin had no time to pay attention to that as he stared intently at the body. During the battle earlier, when Mo Yang touched his brow, it made Wang Lin feel like a strong crisis was coming. He almost never felt this kind of crisis after he had successfully mastered the slaughter energy. Even a mid-stage ascendant cultivator couldn't produce such an aura without even appearing. That thing had pierced through more than 3,000 layers of life seals and directly caused his origin soul to shake. This gave Wang Lin the feeling that he was in a life and death situation. He was extremely shocked, and that was why he decided to retreat for the moment, to ease the tension. He was also sure that unless he forced this man into a corner, Mo Yang definitely wouldn't have used it. Mo Yang's body gradually melted, revealing his origin soul. His origin soul was surrounded by layers of grey gas that would occasionally give off a demonic glow. Mo Yang's origin soul's eyes were tightly shut, and it remained motionless inside the ghostly flame. Wang Lin's eyes were like lightning as they began to carefully examine the origin soul. His eyes suddenly narrowed on Mo Yang's forehead. On it, there was a very faint, blue line that seemed to be flashing. If one looked at it closely, this thin line was clearly a sword that had been shrunken down countless times. At the moment he saw the blue line, Wang Lin's body trembled, and the feeling of directly confronting Sword Saint Ling Tianhous filled his body. Ling Tianhous. Wang Lin took a deep breath, and his eyes became very serious. Back then, outside the gate, Ling Tianhous gave out rays of sword energy, and called them the life-saving treasures for the 12 of them. This blue line is that sword energy. No wonder it can make me feel like I'm in a life and death situation, and directly pierced through my life seals. Wang Lin's eyes lit up and revealed a decisive expression. Since I saw this ray of sword energy, it will be mine. He closed his eyes and placed his arm on his knees. A ray of light appeared above his head as his origin soul left his body. Then life seals surrounded his origin soul like layers of armor. Wang Lin's origin soul left his body and looked at Mo Yang's origin soul. He pondered a bit before spitting out some origin flame that fused into the ghostly flame. The ghostly flame suddenly began to burn even stronger. Wang Lin continued to spit out origin flames. Mo Yang's origin soul revealed a painful expression. He wanted to struggle, but the life seal around his origin soul had him on complete lockdown. Wang Lin's origin soul revealed a careful expression, as he controlled the ghostly flame to avoid the sword energy, while slowly eating away at Mo Yang's origin soul. Mo Yang's origin soul was slowly being refined. This process lasted several days. Even with Wang Lin's mental strength, having to concentrate for so long caused his origin soul to dim and his face to show a tired expression. But his eyes became brighter and brighter. On this day, Mo Yang's origin soul finally collapsed into countless specks of blue light, after being refined for so long. The blue, thin line calmly floated among the blue specks. Wang Lin's origin soul sucked, and the shattered pieces of Mo Yang's origin soul were devoured by Wang Lin to recover all the energy he had used. After all that was done, Wang Lin looked at the motionless blue line with hesitation in his eyes. After pondering for a long time, Wang Lin clenched his teeth. He no longer hesitated and devoured the thin line. At this moment, his origin soul trembled violently and began to lose connection to his body. Wang Lin was already prepared for this, which was why his body wasn't far away. He struggled to move, and right before the connection disappeared, he entered his body. Wang Lin quietly sat there for 3 days. On the evening of the 3rd day, Wang Lin opened his eyes. Although his gaze was calm, there was also a hint of a dazzling light in his eyes. When Wang Lin opened his eyes, a sword-shaped shadow flashed across his vision. Mo Lihai was sitting outside of Wang Lin's room. He had been sitting there for 3 days. His face was extremely pale without a trace of blood. During these 3 days, he wanted to enter Wang Lin's room many times, but every time he saw the black mist and the countless restrictions inside, he couldn't help but stop. With the date of the Demon General competition slowly approaching, he became even more anxious, but he knew that Wang Lin had placed restrictions, because he was at a critical moment in his cultivation, and didn't want others to disturb him. While weighing the pros and cons, Mo Lihai sat outside the room and silently waited. Tomorrow was the day of the Demon General competition, and it was going to be a grim struggle. Mo Lihai's anxiety had reached its peak. If Wang Lin still won't come out today, then he will completely lose his qualification to compete tomorrow. He hesitated for a bit before clenching his teeth, standing up, and stepping toward Wang Lin's room. Mo Lihai sent out his voice. "Brother Wang." Just at this moment, the black mist surrounding the room began to move as if there was a hole somewhere. A vortex formed, and all of the black mist was dragged toward that hole. In almost an instant, the black mist disappeared without a trace. Mo Lihai revealed a joyous expression, as he stopped outside the room and stared at the inside. The door was pushed open, and Wang Lin slowly walked out. At the moment he appeared, Mo Lihai involuntarily took a few steps back, and his eyes were filled with shock. Right now the current Wang Lin was once more different from before. At the moment he saw Wang Lin, he had the feeling that he was standing below a mountain that reached the heavens. Although Wang Lin wasn't tall, he currently had the air of a grandmaster, and this feeling filled Mo Lihai's mind. "You're injured." Wang Lin closed his eyes and all the aura he released quickly withdrew back inside his body without any of it leaking. Right now there were no fluctuations around his body, it was as if he was immortal. Mo Lihai's feelings changed once more. If Wang Lin was like an immeasurably tall mountain before, now he was like a very deep pool. Although it didn't look very deep, if he were to enter, he would die without a proper burial. Mo Lihai took a deep breath and said, "I lost the battle against Mo Fei." Wang Lin nodded and walked out of the room. He looked up at the sky, and after pondering a bit, he asked, "How long was I in closed-door cultivation for?" "Tomorrow is the Demon General competition," Mo Lihai said. After pondering a bit, he added, "Mo Fei is very strong. He was able to withstand my 10 collapse fist intent, and my 100-wave demon sea was reflected back at me with a rotating disc spell. It was that spell that made me lose." Wang Lin looked at Mo Lihai. "Rotating disc spell." Mo Lihai recalled the battle from few days ago and said, "Mo Fei is considered number 1 among the demon generals, and his spells are very mysterious. After he became a demon general and cultivated for 3 years at the Dragon Lake, no one has been able to force him to use a second spell besides the rotating disc. This rotating disc spell has the power to reflect all spells. It is very powerful." Wang Lin's expression was neutral as he said, "Aside from the 10 collapse fist intent and 100-wave demon sea, I don't believe that bother mode doesn't have an ace." Mo Lihai looked at Wang Lin and honestly said, "I did use it. It's the spell the Demon Emperor personally taught me called Burning Demon. I used it and was able to break through 17 layers of the 18 layers of the rotating disc, before ultimately being defeated. Brother Wang, I had an agreement with Mo Fei. The loser will give up on the Demon General competition. Whether I can get the position of Vice Commander-in-Chief will all depend on Brother Wang. Mo Lihai's heart felt bitter, as he took 2 steps back and bowed deeply toward Wang Lin. Wang Lin calmly said, "I'll do my best." Mo Lihai took a deep breath and clasped his hands. "Many thanks, Brother Wang. I won't disturb you any longer. Tomorrow we will go to the Imperial Palace together." With that, he clasped his hands once more and left. His figure contained a hint of bleakness. Wang Lin silently stood inside the courtyard and closed his eyes. He stood there for the entire night. Early in the morning, the sun rose and banished the darkness over Sky Demon City. As the sun shined on the Imperial Palace, powerful battle intent appeared in all 8 cities. Inside the Imperial City in the 10,000-foot square, there was a giant war drum. This drum was completely black, and it gave off an ancient aura that surrounded the area. Teams of black-armored demon soldiers stepped out and surrounded the square, then one person suddenly charged out as fast as lightning. His pale hair flowed in the air like a god of war, and his fist landed on the war drum. Dong! A muffled sound echoed from the Imperial City and spread across the entire Sky Demon City. The people of Sky Demon City all knew that there was a Sky Demon drum in the Imperial City. It was only used when worshipping the ancestor, opening the Dragon Lake, and other important events. 9 times for the Dragon Lake, 6 for ancestors, and 3 for everything else. The sound of the drum echoed between heaven and earth, and the entire Sky Demon City trembled. Countless people were awakened by the sound of this drum. One by one, the demon generals led their attendants and helpers on the military road toward the Imperial City. All 8 gates of the Imperial City opened up. Many demon soldiers were positioned at the gates to check the identities of the demon generals before letting them in. Today's battle was going to be at the 10,000-foot square near the Sky Demon Gate. There was a powerful formation protecting it, so it wouldn't be easily destroyed. On the eastern part of the square was a 9-story seating section that was more than 1,000 feet wide. Countless officials of Sky Demon City appeared and sat down in their seats. There was only one seat at the top, and that was for the Demon Emperor. In the south and north ends of the square, there were 8-story seating sections more than 800 feet wide. The top 2 floors of each only had 4 seats per floor. Of those 16 seats, the top 8 were for the commander-in-chiefs, and the bottom 4 were for the vice-commander-in-chiefs. At this moment, the entire square was extremely lively. People continued to be seated before the Demon Emperor arrived, and more people were showing up. Among those people, some were yawning. It was clear that they would normally still be in bed at this time. It didn't take long before all the seats were filled except for the emperors, commander-in-chiefs, and vice-commander-in-chiefs. Sounds of whispering and talk began. This time Demon General Mo Fei will definitely be ranked number 1, there will be no suspense. Not so, Demon General Shi Xiao has heavenly cultivation. He also found an amazing helper, so Demon General Shi Xiao has the ability to fight for number 1. You can't underestimate Demon General Mo Lihai. That person's cultivation is shocking and he has powerful spells. Let's not forget the spell personally taught to him by the Demon Emperor. He has the qualification to enter the top 3. Mo Lihai. You guys may not know, but he had a battle with Mo Fei and lost. The 2 sides agreed that the loser can't enter the competition today. Oh? Is that true? If that is true, then it is a pity for Mo Lihai. Not necessarily so. Although Mo Lihai can't compete, that doesn't mean his helper can't. However, his helper isn't well known, so I'm afraid there is no chance for him to win. Could it be beside those 3, there isn't anyone else who's powerful among the demon generals? Rumor has it that Demon General Yu Sen's Tao of Slaughter has already reached its peak. He is the only person among the demon generals not holding a city, and spending most of his time in the fire demon country. If he appears, he will definitely cause a storm. That is definitely so. There is also Demon General Mo Wen. His spell is very special, and he inherited it from the Dragon Lake. That person is usually very low-key, so no one knows his full strength. Today I hope to see just what his spells are like. Everyone, don't forget the ranked 4 demon general from 300 years ago, the immortal demon Xie Lian. Xie Lan. The only female among the demon generals. Rumor has it that this person entered the competition 300 years ago with injuries and still won 4th. If she wasn't hurt, then Mo Fei might not have gotten first place. Waves of debate echoed across the square. Everyone was guessing who would win the Demon General competition this time. After the old man hit the drum for the first time, he closed his eyes and just quietly stood there. At this moment, he opened his eyes, and he moved so fast that he created an afterimage before he hit the drum. Dong. The second sound from the drum echoed across the square, causing all of the talking to stop. The sound of the drum spread across the entire Sky Demon City. This sound echoed across the sky like roaring thunder, and completely drove away the last bit of darkness in the air and ushered in the bright sunlight. As the drum echoed across the sky and the thunderous roar spread, 8 rays of light charged toward the square. They didn't use the gate, but flew directly here. Only Commander-in-Chiefs had this qualification. Heaven, Xian, Yellow, Universe, Eternity, and Desolate. The 6 Vice Commander-in-Chiefs landed from the sky, and took their seats on the second highest floors on the north and south seating sections. The Xian Vice Commander-in-Chief's face was extremely pale. The moment he sat down, he closed his eyes to cultivate, and ignored everything around him. After the 6 of them landed, a thunderous roar even louder than the Sky Demon drum echoed across the entire Sky Demon City. The 8 Commander-in-Chiefs walked toward the square in the sky. Among the 8, there were 7 males and 1 female. The 8 of them clasped their hands at each other before going to their respective seats without saying a word. The appearance of the 8 caught the attention of everyone here, and everyone's eyes were filled with admiration. The respect they had for these 8 people was just below what they had for the Demon Emperor. Even in the entire Demon Spirit Land, their names were extremely famous, and almost everyone knew them. Dong. The third sound from the drum echoed across the area like a thunderous roar several times fiercer than before. It spread out for thousands of kilometers, and everyone's ears were filled with this thunderous roar. Their gazes all looked toward one place, and that place was the empty seat, at the very top of the seating area, on the east side of the square. This video will end here.